This is the Prairie du Sac Hydroelectric Dam. As you look around, it is quite an impressive structure. It was built 110 years ago. The people here tell me they are in the midst of a 5-year plan to rebuild parts of it to keep it running for future generations. Just up the road from Prairie du Sac sits the dam, owned by Alliant Energy.
So this is the largest dam on the Wisconsin River.
And at one point, the largest west of Niagara Falls. My tour guides for the day are Rob Vivian and Jake Hebel. Rob's expertise with dams goes back to his time working on some along the Mississippi.
You know, this is a little bit smaller than that.
Smaller but still mighty. The Prairie du Sac Dam is equipped with 8 generators capable of producing over 31 megawatts of power. That's enough to electrify 30,000 homes day after day after day, requiring a lot of upkeep. Right now, the facility is going through its multi-year plan of upgrades, including replacing the original spillway gates. That's where the water goes through when there's too much for the generators.
We just have one gate open right now.
These dark and weathered hunks of metal are the old ones installed a century ago. The gray, well, those are the replacements equipped with auto-lifting mechanisms.
It's a press of a button and there's a winch cable system that opens it versus a manual process.
It's one of the many projects Alliant has undertaken to bring the dam up to date. Just think of the work they're doing like a knee or hip replacement, all necessary to generate this clean source of energy. Jake walked us through another one of the many projects done in recent years.
Over the years, tailwater has receded and started to expose those piles to air. So we did a project a few years ago to install micropiles in the spillway. And that's designed that those are now starting to take the load.
And now coming up this summer, more work is expected. Another set of gates will be replaced. Alliant's goal is to do 6 to 10 per year through 2026, all to keep the dam working and generating power for future generations. In Prairie du Sac, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now. The iconic Camp Randall Stadium, home of Badger football and a history of memorable concerts, including that of the Rolling Stones and U2. News 3 was there in 1997 in anticipation of the Irish rock band's performance.
They've got 400 tons of equipment, 200 feet of stage, and a slew of duct tape.
Now, Madison's most iconic venue is set to see another generational talent, Coldplay. The 7-time Grammy-winning band releasing this past Friday their 10th studio album, Moon Music, and an additional 10 stops on their Music of the Spheres tour.
It's going to be a big night for everybody.
Charlie Goldstone is the co-president of the promotion company bringing Coldplay to the home of Jump Around.
I mean, there's been a ton of attention, a ton of excitement. I think there's some magic about being in Camp Randall, which gives shows a little bit of a boost.
Goldstone, along with Jason Ilstrup of Downtown Madison, Inc., tell News 3 Now the return to a concert of this caliber to Camp Randall indicates a want amongst Madison's young and growing population.
The city is growing, and we're growing with young people who honestly have some expendable income oftentimes to be able to go to concerts like this.
Those interested in going will see lasers, fireworks, and of course, live music, plus a mystery guest to be announced at a later date. Ticket pre-sales begin Friday at 9 a.m., with general tickets going on sale at noon. At Camp Randall Stadium, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now. With just about 2 weeks left to go until Election Day, we're asking people here in Madison what they think about gas prices and if they'll have any impact on their vote. According to tracking website GasBuddy.com, the average price for regular unleaded gas in Wisconsin sits a touch below $3, but it wasn't always this way.
You know, they've been skyrocketing, going down, skyrocketing, doing their own thing for the last couple of years. Gabrielle from Madison isn't wrong. In January of 2021, when President Donald Trump left office, the state average was about $2.15. June of 2022, under President Biden, it was up to $4.91. And even while things have cooled in the 2 years since, the perception of gas prices being at record highs hasn't gone away. Is it more expensive now than it used to be, or about the same?
I think it's more expensive now than usually.
As for who people we spoke with say they are going to vote for, all can agree the cost of living will have an impact at the ballot box.
Everything is up right now. We need some saving because it's hard to live at this point.
In Madison, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.